To infinity and beyond. Maybe not beyond. Probably not even infinity in this ship.
This week on The Hapless Heroes.
Even shopping had a montage. Montage!
Hello and welcome back to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I'll be your host and dungeon master for this evening. And well, we're going to get all creative today by doing the same thing I do every week by introducing our cast. Starting on my right, we have Francesco as Percival Flodhest.
Choom, I tell you for the last time, that part doesn't go there and we can't cut that wire.
To his right, we have John as JamJam.
JamJam wants to sell things and then buy things.
To his right, we have Lou as Lev Zangief.
What is even difference between wrench in inch and wrench in millimeter?
To his right, we have Mike as Brunner, Baru Blitzbor.
Are we ready for another adventure? I'm ready for another adventure.
To his right, we have Nicole as Glorp Glup Glup.
I'm finally caught up on all of my grading and all of my work, and class is gonna go perfectly smoothly.
And to her right, we have Seb as Choom Daloom.
I already told you, Percy. I put that over there, that over there, that over there, this over there. That wire doesn't even go to anything except for the bathroom.
The scene cuts in. Morning, such as it is, on the raft. I know there's a piece of classical music that everyone associates with the mornings. That da, 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 da. I don't know what the hell it's called, but everybody knows, and now it's in your head, and you've got the scene set properly as the 1, 2, 3, 4 of our party that are in the Casa Concordia who decided that sleep was preferable, acceptable, as opposed to the other two who refused, are now waking up. It's decidedly peaceful in here without, surly monkeys and rabbits, releasing clouds of variously flavored smokes and variously accented profanities into the air. It's, quite nearly civilized. But I'd like to see how breakfast goes without our usual, I don't want to say malefactors, but trouble factors around.
I'm sorry? Excuse me?
I'm not as much including you as March and Choom are really the ones who shit things up in the breakfast hour. And
But
neither
also,
of them are there.
Make it
Kind
special.
of you, but see... See, if you're there, it's still civilized, Percy. Because really, would you be anything other than civilized?
No.
Of course not. See,
I'm gonna get him there. I'm gonna get him there. We're gonna get there.
I just imagine that you just hear like the hum of the halogen lights in the kitchen, and
Yeah, there's like,
and
no one has their metal alarm clock in the morning now.
the hum of the reverberating off the walls. And maybe there's a little TV static, or a TV that's like on very low for the weather, and you can hear like the silverware clinking into the bowls as we're eating quietly at the table, just like not saying anything for a few minutes.
I'm sorry. The fact that there's a weather channel on this fucking...
Hey, space weather.
Listen, Lev is very
How you know
interested
about
in the weather.
comet
Thank
storms?
you.
It's gotta be even more boring. Oh, it did great. It did a lot of good for Glorp. Sorry,
It's
please.
true, meteors are dangerous.
And I just like look up for my oatmeal, realizing that there isn't an interruption happening.
As the party quietly, politely even eats their breakfast, there's a beep as the weather coverage on the TV changes. This is an automated service message from the Flotilla Public Works Department. The Flotilla wide area network will be undergoing maintenance starting today and lasting through the week. Galnet outages are expected, but should last no longer than a few hours at a time. We appreciate your patience and understanding, and a follow-up announcement will be made when maintenance has concluded. Thank you.
Lev just kind of like looks at the TV and he's like, In his head, he's thinking, what does that mean? And then he's like, Then another thing that just went through his head was, I should talk to somebody that knows about computers. March isn't here. And then he turns and looks at Glorp and says, What does that mean, Glorp?
It means it's a good thing I got my grades in last night.
Oh my goodness.
Glorp
Lev
takes
like
another.
grandpaing? Sorry, go ahead.
Glorp takes another spoonful of their bowl of nothing but marshmallows.
Is it just a bowl of marshmallows?
Like breakfast cereal marshmallows,
Oh, okay.
right?
No, I wasn't
like,
sure.
yeah.
Listen,
This
I had
hits close to
clarify.
home for me as the sort of person who absolutely separated the marshmallows out of his Lucky Charms and then ate them last.
And it is in fact like a cardboard cereal box labeled nothing but marshmallows. And it just has
Amazing.
the marshmallow pieces.
Nice.
That sounds awesome.
As I say, does Brew have an appetite today? Because if I recall correctly, yesterday he was just kind of moving cereal around.
He is, yes, but he kind of looks at Glorp in kind of, not disgust, but kind of like confusion, because he is not a marshmallows guy. He actually was the one that was picking the marshmallows out because he didn't want to eat them and putting them to the side. So he's doing that with his cereal. And I assume that Glorp is probably sneaking over and stealing the side marshmallows that Brew is picking out of his cereal.
Is it because they're made of hooves from gelatin?
I don't like to talk about it.
Hey, listen, we don't know what things are like in this universe, okay? Like, I'm sure there are many other ways to make gelatin. I think that we're
it hasn't
beyond
been established
we're
yet,
beyond
so
such barbarous
I'm spiraling.
practices in this modern day and age.
Besides, hooves?
Well, and they're
This economy?
and they're freeze dried marshmallows, so it's just like a whole other level of just like ew.
Yeah,
What kind of hooves
every
are
time
they
a
made
marshmallow
of?
gets put down on the table, Glorp reaches over and picks it up and adds it to their bowl.
Just
And
a
adds,
really
like, an extra
long
drop of
Sudapod
milk.
just snakes over.
So to answer your question, Fran, he is eating. He's just not eating the entire bowl of cereal.
Yeah, I must have forgotten to get the marshmallow-less cereal that you like when Lev went out grocery shopping last.
Okay, he is not a complainer, so he doesn't say anything.
Oh, now it's my fault?
Hey, you said before we started recording tonight that you were kind of the designated grocery shopper. Of
I was
the
talking
group
about
most of the time.
items, not
Right.
food.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Items, not food.
If it's any consolation, I fully trust both Lou and Lev. Like, without me saying anything to you right now, what I would want from the store, I'm confident you would do a great job shopping for Choom. So
Yeah.
Choom trusts you implicitly.
Well, that's why I was looking up wrench sizes earlier. I was like, like, what is difference between millimeter? That's exactly
Yeah, I see.
thought process. Socket wrench, pedal wrench. There's so many wrench. Armor wrench. What is even that for? Not something that I can use. Tap wrench. That is crazy. A chain wrench. That's pretty sweet. All right, now I'm looking at too many wrenches.
He's right. Chain wrenches are pretty sweet.
Yeah,
What
that's
else is
pretty
sweet?
cool.
Besides, marshmallows, clearly.
Dude, when things get attached to chains, they're so much cooler. Wallets? I kind of stopped at wallets, honestly, but bikes?
Nipples?
Continuing our chain of thought.
Okay, yeah, nipples.
How's everybody else at the breakfast table doing?
Well, there's only one other person that would be there because me and Choom are at the ship.
Choom and I.
Yeah.
Excuse
So
me.
really,
Thank you, Mike.
He's been doing that all night, I swear to God.
JamJam, how's your morning?
JamJam's like normal, sleeping in. He's still in his
Vanish
bedroom.
manner.
All 6 locks are locked. I can't remember as a player. When did we say that the meeting with Tink was going to be?
I mean, he gave you a spot, and I forgot exactly what time. Because again, that information kind of got lost in the melee.
I don't think we ever necessarily said what the time and the place was. I remember JamJam having gone to the place.
Yeah, you might be just looking to make a call today.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
can't hurt to just reach out and be like, I forgot what day we were supposed to meet up. My bad.
Don't
I
admit
lost
that.
it.
Deny.
I'm sure honesty will get you through.
Yeah, honesty works, notoriously well with smugglers. But so I'm trying to get a sense of what happens first. Does the breakfast club here come to find JamJam first, or does JamJam finally get up on his own?
It depends on how late into the day we're going before anybody decides to leave the house.
I'd say that
So
the scenario I described of us watching the Weather Channel was like 5 a.m. 6 a.m.
My God,
like
so early.
parent, people. That's what I'm just basing that off real life experiences as a child, hearing my mom get up super early, putting on the Weather Channel in the kitchen.
Amazing.
Fuck that. 3 teenagers in, and I get up only when compelled to.
Dude, I guess she's a little crazy, but aren't we all?
Lev, did you get any protein powder?
Yes, I got whey. Is that how it's pronounced?
That'll do. I'll.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It is in basement. I will grab it.
Oh, wonderful.
Basement. The basement is just
March's house.
March's hole.
Which now is commandeered into.
It's where we
It
keep
is
the
part
protein
of
powder
pantry.
now.
I don't know. It is pantry. I don't know what to tell you.
Lev's just been using.
for
We
storage.
don't. It is good place for perishables.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Come
my
on.
God.
You guys
But
need to think with heads.
protein powder's not a perishable.
Yeah, this is like special kinds. This one is, it says it on the box right here. Here you go. You can have it. What is it called? Oh my God. It's called No Way.
It's a plant-based whey protein.
Oh my God. I can't.
No way.
Plant-based way.
I know.
Oh, it probably tastes so bad.
Yeah, it is a strawberry. There was a sale. You can have it. Good job.
Good. Oh, all right. Well, that'll do, I guess.
It's a protein shake with his no way. That's the gag. I don't have anything else for that gag.
I know, I really have nothing.
That's all I had. That's all I had to contribute.
That's all
to
I
that.
had too.
All right. Moving a little further along in the morning, at some point, JamJam is going to wake up. I assume.
Yep.
Let's hit lunchtime or so. You haven't heard anything from your crew at the ship. Proxy Keen only contacts you when it's inconvenient, and you've got nothing going on right now, so...
Oh, it's
now is
absolutely
not-
the most convenient time. Yeah. This is
Yeah,
not
we
the
also-
Yeah.
You're never
We
going to
also
hear a word
did
from him.
kind of accidentally, trip him and almost clothesline him yesterday too. So he's
We'll get him.
called us the
And
least
worry.
subtle
burdened him
people of
with
all
get
time.
him.
legal charges.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get him.
So
Nice.
Well,
kind of
Lunchtime.
Yeah, so we haven't heard back from our folks at the ship yet. It's hit about lunchtime the next day. I'm sure at some point we're a little concerned that something has happened. Usually Percy's pretty good about staying in touch with folks. And I mean, if Choom had gotten into anything, the police would have knocked on the door already.
Lunchtime the next day, so a full 24 hours.
Well, it's just no. It's like it's
This is
the
already
day,
the
the day
next day.
after,
The day after,
our last.
yeah.
Like when we ended the day our last.
So you all got a
session.
long
So it's
rest.
just-
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So
We all got
about
long
I was
rests
confused
happened.
by that. Sorry.
And then a morning nap.
Yeah. So we're talking we're about 16 hours or so since they've been there.
If I remember correctly, didn't Choom give Lev a shopping list?
No,
Or no? No. Okay.
but
I wasn't
I'm
sure.
list full consent. Full consent, Lev. You can make it up. I'm cool with whatever you got. So we
I
can
wasn't
say
sure
I
if
did.
I remember you mentioning that last time we played or not. Okay. All right.
I'll mention it right now. Oh my! What is this? And my phone just starts like zzz, zzz, zzz on the table,
Yeah, there you go.
and he's just sending me like one word each. Like it's just like a message for each word, each thing on the item or on the list itself.
They're coming in at like erratic
exactly.
times. Where it's
Starting
just
with things like angle grinder battery and ending with half a bologna sandwich.
And there's like random emojis being sent too. Yes,
half a bologna sandwich. The whole thing is too much. Okay.
And then a heart at the end, a heart emoji at the end.
You'll note, and I think that we should also note that there's probably not a single thing that Percy has requested on this list.
No.
If I were to guess.
I did get you
Yeah.
whatever you wanted to eat. It's on there.
Nice.
Oh, okay. You're good.
I'm not a monster.
That's good. It'll
Yeah,
be it's literally a full. It's like a full sub, like whatever the full like whatever their version of a royal is on the raft. He wants the raft royal.
Oh my god.
All the meats.
You're giving this guy's actually compiling a shopping list now.
Are we supposed to
All right.
kidnap a prince? Does that say a royal?
You know what
I don't think
really
I
like
signed up for this.
you know what really turned the screw is if this sub had a pretzel bun.
After the heart, you just hear pretzel
Hey,
bun.
I bought everybody pretzels. We settled that. Anyway,
I sent it already.
Did we?
Royal Raft, is that what you called it?
a raft,
Raft
royal.
Royal.
Raft Royal.
I like it.
Okay, so our folks at the ship, now we know they're alive and they haven't been arrested. At least they haven't had their devices taken from them yet, and they're still requesting things for a shopping list. So now Lev's got a good list of stuff to get. I'm sure, Glorp and Brew have things they might want as well. And if JamJam ever wakes up or, is awake and unholes himself, then he too may have things to add to this list. But how do we feel about the shopping?
Oh, but I just made everyone a big pot of spaghetti and marshmallows for lunch.
You'll have to put that in a container, Glorp. It is already like 11:30, and half the day is gone. We have to leave. We have to get ready to go.
If it's 11:30, then all 6 locks on JamJam's door will each progressively unlock. JamJam waddles out of his room straight into the bathroom. When he waddles into the bathroom, he's wearing his pajamas and nothing else. And when he comes out of the bathroom, just moments later, he is fully clothed and ready to go.
Amazing.
Right on time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
One of the things on the list was also Percival's phone, as he is still sitting on the table.
Yeah, I sent a
house.
message
Oh,
back to Choom. I say it says NE thing for per space C ?
I physically type the word sigh. And then I proceed to give Percy's lists.
Yeah, it's like mostly like certain like just like reagents and things I would need, and by reagents I mean just like it's probably just like technical components that I'm requesting. Otherwise, just like he doesn't really have anything like specific that he is looking for to like outfit himself with. He kind of did that while you guys were gone. So
I
he's
send
all
a
set
thumbs
there.
up emoji.
Literally, the last thing on Percy's list had nothing to do with this, but for some reason, Choom just goes, "Oh, and in all caps, grenades."
Oh, you know what? Actually, Percy needs a new tablet. One of those too.
Are we not?
I
Like, we're probably going to
smashed
end
my
up
last
going
one.
shopping with them. It's just funny. That, like,
No. I love that we don't. I love it if we
Okay.
don't, because we're still working on the ship. We gotta
Right.
we gotta get this in working order to leave and open up this case. That
So
Mark is
now,
in.
because I
Which
have
we
my
never
phone,
we never did recap that, but we do have
Yeah.
this fucking essentially coffin-sized box,
Yeah.
crate or thing that we
What did I
carried over
say?
to
It
the
was
ship.
probably about 5 feet long, 2 feet by 2 feet, maybe bigger than that.
Yeah.
Like,
It was big.
weighty, at least 300 pounds. Like the sort of thing where it probably had little maglev things in the ends to make it a little bit easier to move. It was still unwieldy.
It took 3 of us to move it into the ship.
Oh yeah.
it's still on the
Um,
ship, right?
Yes, it's still on the ship.
We have it in our cargo hold.
Yeah. I don't think you guys hauled it back to Costa Concordia. So there it is. So, all right. Party. How do you feel about the shopping
Fuck.
trip?
Yeah,
All
I
ready
guess
to
you know
head out for the
before
day?
we shopping montage this. What is there any? Were there things that your characters actually want or need? As we again prepare to leave the flotilla to open this thing, because we were we were specifically instructed to not open it anywhere in or around the flotilla. We're probably either having to go to the edge of this system or out of it entirely to open this thing.
I'm
Who
stand by
knows
my
what's going to
list.
happen once we leave, right? So I'm just like, this is a chance to prepare, to do real shopping.
I get my list.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that would be clarified is grenades, and then under or any general kinds of explosives. C4, C5. I don't know if there's a C6, but if there is, you should grab it. So that's my list.
All right,
I'm good.
so need to make sure Choom needs explosives.
Yeah, I had a couple things on a list as well.
All right, Lev, what are your goals for this trip?
Well, I don't really know what we're doing, so I'm just kind of spitballing a couple things here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some kind of health potion or stim.
Smart.
A crowbar, like a space crowbar? Question mark is what I wrote. I have a couple of boxes of Ken Cuban cigars. So a space Zippo that works, out in the rift or whatever it's called again, the wild space.
Yeah.
I need. I wouldn't be opposed to guns, but I need some kind of light weapons for my tiny hands.
You don't want you want some stuff to put in the little hands so that
Yeah.
A giant
I bought
beetle
javelins.
with 4 derringers sounds awesome.
I bought javelins for that purpose, or got them when we suited up last time. But then I realized that they have to be light weapons in order for my little hands to use them.
How much does your unarmed strike
throwing
do?
knives or like darts or something like that?
'Cause-
Essentially,
that's why I said guns,
shurikens.
that I didn't have to worry
Brass
about
knuckles
that.
would be a fucking badass.
I
Because
don't
if it's
really-
an unarmed strike, you can grapple and punch.
So yeah, well, the hands only work with tiny stuff and below, which kind of stink. Well, it doesn't stink, but I understand it. They're little hands. So guns would be preferable.
Barbarian with guns. Yeah.
Small
Yeah.
guns that just pulls out these 4 little Walther PPKs. Pew 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 pew.
Yeah, and I need
Is
new
it-
crossword books as well. So I
Yeah, I
have
was
my
gonna say,
lists.
it's gonna be a lot of
Uh,
secondhand stuff on the raft, but we might be able to find. You might be able to
But-
find some shit.
Actually, this is a really good exercise, everyone putting the list together, because I'm now informed by what kind of stores we've got to stop at for this.
I
we've
will
already
send you
got
my lists.
Yeah. I mean, we've already got the Bloodbath and Beyond, the Gnome Depot.
Oh my god! Unless we want to spend the next.
Well,
two
first of all, those are
episodes doing
Astrotech
this.
franchises, so those don't operate here.
We should go to the one that has all everything.
Flotilla.
We should go to the one. We should go to the whatever Walmart is.
This is. I mean, there's no like. That's the thing, right? Everything here is pretty much just like so and so's scrap shack, effectively, right?
We have.
Oh no!
we have.
Don't underestimate rip-off branding, which they're absolutely doing, like rip-off versions of stores too.
I have the
Sorry,
list. We have Guns and Buns already established as a store that is on the Flotilla. That is a
Choom's
store
gonna
that
be
sells
so
guns
disappointed
and
that
bread.
he's not going to that.
I have a note that Meat Sticks and Melee should be across the street, but it didn't actually exist yet in the previous conversation.
I'd also like some kind of force fields, like a small.
Yeah, you're gonna that kind of tech on this in this place.
Well, the reason I bring that up is just because like a simple item would be like a ring of protection, which would give you a +1 to your AC. And that's all I'm really looking for is a little bit of boost to my unarmored self. I'm not saying that's a necessity.
A little bit of magic in this scrap heap.
Sure, you can flavor it however you want, or technology. I'll accept low grade tech, but yeah, I mean, I just would like to buy a little something to not at level 3 or whatever I am.
Almost 3. 2 going on 3.
We're in the astral sticks, as it were, but that's that's reasonable. Glorp, I didn't catch what you had said.
Oh, what I had said was that we had already established the name of one of the stores for this, which is Guns and Buns.
Guns and Buns.
With
Okay,
Zeds
nice.
for both and an
Yeah,
N
that makes
for the
sense.
middle. Yeah. And then I had made a note, this doesn't actually exist yet, but I had made a note that Meat Sticks and Melee should also be a competitive store for Guns and Buns. Of course.
And like Costco, they have hot dogs.
I just imagine there's like a lot of like
That's the
fucking
meat sticks.
fun. I imagine because of like how I imagine the raft is especially like made of all these derelict hulls and like space junk and stuff like that. It's like a lot of pawn shops around here. I feel.
Yeah. There is that. It's a lot of like new weapons are hard. Secondhand weapons are easy.
Salvage is plentiful.
Yeah. Used armor plating isn't hard to come by. Fully intact used armor plating, I mean, less. But
For my shopping list, I'm going to need an office supply store, a grocery store, a pharmacy, and a menswear store. I need a new tie. Lorp is
Okay.
convinced this trip is
my
going to take
working
like maybe
memory
6
kept
hours.
to the first and the last.
Office supply, grocery, pharmacy, menswear. Grocery / pharmacy.
I also need to go to the grocery now that you mentioned that.
Okay, wonderful. We've got a pretty good list of places. JamJam, is there anywhere in here you need to get to with any of this?
His contact.
Your contact,
all-
yeah.
Yeah, all JamJam's purchases are being reserved for the black market.
Okay, great.
Oh shit, I've got everybody else's things that I've got to buy for them too. Hold on.
And Brew, I
Okay.
didn't catch anything from you. Are material goods even really on your radar right now?
I would like to stop at the bank at some point, but no material items for me. Thank you.
Not even like travel snacks or anything like that.
Ooh.
Stuff to just like prepare for an adventure. Like how would Brew prepare to go on an adventure?
Snacks could work. I could do
Because
snacks.
grocery, I feel like everyone's, gearing up for that. to
But
probably get some
definitely the
foodstuffs.
bank. I definitely got to go to the bank. And
Wonderful.
Don't ask any questions.
Great. So everyone's kind of got a little bit of an agenda, and we're gonna just kind of
Yada yada a little bit.
We're gonna
and
yada
hit
yada a little
hit
bit.
the good parts.
I want to just do a quick cutting of the scene over to the ship to see how
Yeah.
things are going with Percy and Choom.
So if we maybe just roll the clock back a little bit to like as they were making their plans and we were sending, stuff
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
in the morning,
Meanwhile,
like
yes.
yeah, in the morning, Percival would have just been passed out, like stomach, like, like on his stomach, like on the floor of the cargo bay. Probably at some point, he probably would have like fallen asleep somewhere in the middle of the work overnight, and then was probably woken up by Choom blasting music.
Hey, you're in the way. Move.
Starting work first thing again. The ship. I think because Seb and I did talk a little bit about this beforehand. Like the ship is gutted. We have, because of the fact that Percy and Choom failed to agree on what things are and are not necessary. We have pretty much the basic functions of like the ship. We have navigation systems. We have the the cockpit is fine. We have basic quarters like with like a, for each person, but like. There's like bunks. Like there's not a lot of space in this place, so we kind of had to like figure out a lot of things. And there's like a lot of panels and things like that missing. So there's like a lot of exposed like wiring and like the insides of like what's between like the hull and the walls, right? And just like it's in complete disarray. And we were probably back to arguing already.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of what's just going on at the ship between us. We're doing our best to just make sure this thing is seaworthy, or seaworthy, right? Like astral seaworthy.
How long will we be able to tell how long until we achieve that goal?
He did mention that like if we were at least worked through the night, we would have been able to get this to be able to leave, but there might be some sputtering and some weird systems issues as we've definitely rerouted some cable from the less essential things to the more essential things like maps and engines and things.
I have full faith in what we've done here.
Yeah.
Panel falls off.
It is more spacious. We got that going for us.
Yep. And there's 4 beds and a hammock.
Yeah. And there's a room for everyone to make it their own.
Percy, it was traumatic what we went through last night, but I'm proud of us. She's beautiful. We're parents, Percy. It's amazing.
Clang as a panel from the top just falls to the ground right behind you.
We're nowhere close to done, Choom. We're nowhere close to done.
Oh, Lev just texted me. Do you want anything from the store?
All right, you guys can.
Yeah.
There we go.
And that's
perfect. There's our transition. I love it.
Yeah, we've caught the time up.
Okay. All right. So we're back with Brew, Glorp,
shoppers.
JamJam, and Lev, and you have headed off to shopping. Now, I don't think any of you were driving the vehicle because it's more of a Choom sort of thing.
Choom gave them the keys.
I gave Glorp the keys.
Okay. Yeah.
I have the keys.
Who's driving?
Well, I have the keys.
Glorp, like, skips, if Glorp can skip, bounces,
Great. Hey,
jiggles
Glorp, you have
towards the car.
Wonderful. Okay, first, is anyone going to stop them?
I look confident.
No.
And happy.
Fantastic. All right, so I'm assuming everybody piles into the truck and Glorp starts it up. And what kind of vehicle skill do we have here?
I have a Concordia driver's license. I do have proficiency in cars.
Oh, well, wonderful. Okay, well, there we go.
Yes!
I mean,
Like
regular
land
vehicles.
vehicles.
But yeah, I mean, this thing is like functionally
More or
similar,
less
right?
that. You have to. I mean, you probably have to reshape yourself because like he's probably got the pedal like risers that come up to like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Glorp is actually in the back seat. Like Glorp is sitting behind the driver's seat and has like gooed their head into what's normally where Choom sits, and has grown like mini feet off of their chin that are operating the pedals.
Someone pulls up next to you. This person had a long day and a bad career. They're having a bad day. They just look over.
I don't know. I just think they have a backseat driver.
Just fucking Glorp with her fucking serial killer smile, or their serial killer style.
And wizard hat.
You just ruined that guy's day. Actually, you might have made that guy's day. If I'm being honest.
Look, the day I saw a man in a full head to like neck to feet fuzzy tiger stripe suit, wearing a helmet with a mohawk on it, riding a Vespa down Niagara Falls Boulevard. This does the same thing for me. So, all right. So Glorp is driving, and you want to make me just a cursory vehicles check? I mean, I feel like this is going to be pretty simple here.
What the dexterity? I'm assuming this is going to be. What?
I don't know. What is I feel like piloting is attached to dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Why you could make it
Okay,
that?
so yeah, vehicles probably as well. Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
If you
God.
want it to be something different, tell me why it should be something different.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, that seems to make sense for me.
All right.
Proficient
great.
piloting check
Yeah.
with this truck thing.
Hey,
Levitating truck.
hey.
15.
String of insults.
15.
All
Yeah.
right,
Like
that's-
it takes you almost no time to adjust. Like they drive on the proper side of the road. You've been living here a while. You've almost certainly driven something around once or twice. Probably even had to take over the school bus for a day or two, knowing the budget around here.
Oh, speaking of the school bus, we're going to make a quick stop.
Glorp drives to the school instead of shopping.
Okay, fantastic.
Pulls up and a straight edge paradise is blasting out of the radio.
Straight edge paradise.
Jesus Christ.
All right, wonderful. So we'll leave the others in the car. I imagine you don't have a badge to get into the school, but Glorp, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for some books.
All right.
Because I did understand from Choom's list, Choom was looking in there somewhere for some educational materials, and Glorp has decided they're the one to help with this. So I go and pick up some books from the school. And
All right.
that list of books includes, because I wrote these during our break,
Oh my god.
Damn right you did.
Electricity and Me, Engineer and Far, Yes We Mechanic Can. That's my favorite. Hello, Human, the Astronaut Alphabet, and 101 Cool Science Experiments.
Yes.
And I proudly come back to
Jesus
the vehicle with this pile of
Thank
books.
you. If you could please dump that list if you have it written into one of the channels, because I don't want to waste time writing all this down, but I
Yep.
feel like that's just wonderful. Okay, great. So yeah, you're able to pick those up from, I'd imagine your kids are a little young for those, but the school library would have them easily.
Yep.
And again, this is like it's pretty much just like a classroom inside of like Our Lady of Wanderers. I'm pretty sure, right? If
Yeah.
I remember this correctly, like all of us have just kind of been put to work by Father Hayes and whatever things are somewhat related to this.
I'm a glorified
like,
babysitter.
church thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much what it is, right?
Glorified babysitter.
Yep.
But
All right.
Damn, dude. Damn.
All right. So, is there anything else you're grabbing here? Or are we heading back out to the truck?
Nope, we just head back out to the truck.
Wonderful.
Even shopping had a montage. Montage.
I would just like to point out that during the montage in the grocery store, JamJam throws a giant fish out of it from the market into the shopping cart. And then as we get into like the mechanic store, again, he finds another fish and throws it into the shopping cart. And then as we get for each store, JamJam finds a gigantic fish to throw.
Each
into the
store
shopping cart.
progressively less likely to have a fish in it.
And yet somehow
Yeah.
one of them is
Like
like one of those like like big Billy Bass fish or whatever the fuck they were called. They like the one you mount on your wall and sing songs. Like yeah.
Yep.
I think you got that out of one of the pawn shops y'all stopped at to get like the things off this list.
All right. We've shopping montaged. I don't see any problem with any of these things, save force field is kind of a tall ask.
That's the only
I need that one. So when you're talking about is like basically just like a +1.
But like
ring of
an old
protection.
ship door would work as a shield, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Because barbarians can wear shields.
Metal
We
chair.
discovered during our little break.
Ooh.
Did we
All
land
right.
on a door? Is that what, I was just looking for something that was more less jewelry associated,
Yeah.
I suppose. That's all.
Yeah,
I used
items
force
might
field
be
just
tough to
because of
find.
I used force field just because of the setting of space.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No,
those
absolutely.
exist.
And
Those
I shouldn't-
exist.
I don't want it to be like this.
I think I would
Force
say
field.
we are at the point in the level 3 part of the campaign. This is just kind of like the DM philosophy side. Like, magic items are still found at this level. I don't think generally you're purchasing magic. At least not in my experience have I had a lot.
Or at
of
least
that.
not in this neighborhood.
Not here.
Sure.
Yeah. No, that's like kind of your second, third location kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think maybe I'm a little influenced by JRPGs there, but
I'm
Love
a
it.
little old school with it too, though. So
yeah.
we are in agreement.
Yeah, I hate putting those in there, but I think the force field was a bit stretchy, but firearms, yeah. Talk to me about what kind of firearms you're looking to get.
It's
'Cause,
pretty much like
guns?
modern manual, right?
Yeah, like whatever you want out of there, and you can either tell me now or later what kind of form you want them to take, but yes, base firearms, they're yours. Yeah, this place has
take a look.
guns.
Yeah, if anything, let's just put like a a number to how much it all costs for all of these things to deduct from the credit total or like GP total that this
Yeah.
party's carrying around.
Yeah, so JamJam.
This is the
your
less
kind of
exciting
purchases
stuff that you
later
have to
on.
do in a D&D campaign.
Yeah, that's going to be, We still have to get brew to the bank. I'm going to hit that note before we cash out,
Yeah.
as it were.
Nice.
Yeah, so, Glork
Grenades?
needed various things. I'm sure that your, menswear, pharmacy, another place that I wrote down but can't read, that all of those are in this area, and as long as they're really like basic stuff that you could get at a store for $10 or less in the real world, you can just consider that that was a relatively negligible purchase. Now when we're talking about firearms, now we gotta
And
get into that, and the explosives,
Yeah.
those are gonna cost you something.
Looks like I'm gonna have to learn how to make some pipe bombs or something. In-game chat.
I also want to pick up some. I know it's not on there, but if we can pick up some, what I assume would be spare parts for the ship, like
Yeah,
Okay.
like repair,
A
like
common-
like
a
Like repair
common
kits.
like set of like fuses and fucking things that you expect to break
why don't we
naturally,
just call it
or
a
maybe
ship
unnaturally.
maintenance kit.
Just trying to explain it.
Make
Yeah.
something up for that. Yeah,
Love that.
Yeah, there are a few things you could get. For let's say about 200 credits, someone is selling, like, this was probably an estate sale pickup of like a used like mechanics tool chest, like one of the big old wheelie chests that an actual garage mechanic would have. There is a very super flea like yard sale going on that does have like all kinds of general parts, and they kind of have a feel for what people want. So there are the 100, 200, and 300 credit packages of ship stuff. And it's just mostly like bulk. Like
Bulk.
I text
how
Choom.
much?
I texted to Choom.
How
components.
much? Like but it's all like assorted stuff, like 6
So you're like
like,
taking
I
photos
I
of
send
all
like
the
a bunch
things.
of pictures. Yep, I send a bunch of pictures to him,
Like,
and it's just
if
like
you-
question marks and like
Yep. Anyone
Yeah.
who's ever grocery shopped for someone else, I think, would know that, like, just that feeling of, okay, I'm going to take a picture of this because I'm not sure if this is exactly what they want, but like, does this fit the bill or what? You know what I mean? There's a lot of this happening in the montage.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say however much you want to spend on spare ship parts, we will make sure a commensurate amount of parts hits the ship. Like I'd say there's a 100, 200, 300 credit package, and they'll last 1, 2, or 3 trips, really.
understood. I'd send all that information to Choom.
Yep.
Perfect. I will yes, no, whatever is necessary.
Yeah. What are your
you have to
feelings
tell
on
him.
tool chest? Do you have enough of your own tools, or do you need tools?
I think after working on the ship, like we said, we've been borrowing Ray's tools to do
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have.
Yes.
And it's whether or not you want to keep trying to illicitly use those tools or get your own.
I have respect for Ray. Even in the moment, it just seemed like, we needed, to borrow them. But for now that I've used them all night, we can say that I know which ones we absolutely need and which ones it's like, all right. So I'm going to send the skimpiest list of tools I can get away with. If you want me to roll for it, I will.
No, that's fine. So, your device starts going off, JamJam.
Yep. JamJam looks at his little pager thing.
Yeah. Me and just coordinates. Like it's maybe just the next, about 3 streets over in basically a warehouse.
Yep.
But like it is the most scarce on details page like ever. Par for the course from Tink, really. What's your reaction to the page? We gonna go to coordinates, tell people?
I guess JamJam would kind of just, while they're shopping for the last of the ship parts, he would just kind of like try to slink out. I guess JamJam would do a stealth.
Ooh, JamJam's
gonna
gonna
sneak away.
He's gonna Irish goodbye. All right, I'll take it.
And his stealth is a 13, so I guess just as anybody's passive perception.
Yeah. Well, here. Are you taking the fish with you?
No, he's leaving all the fish in the carts.
The smell of the fish, interestingly enough, is enough to mask your escape. And are able to get away undetected as people are confused and bewildered by the fishy smell of how on earth you got a 220-pound bluefin tuna at a hardware store.
It was
In
supposed to be
space,
part of the
mind
wall
you.
mount. Yeah, it was supposed to be part of the wall mounts, but they hadn't gotten that far with it.
Yeah, the wall mounts and the walleye were right next to each other. It's an easy mistake. Anyone could have made it,
Oh
really.
my God.
All right, so Jam is away from the party. We'll come back to the party in a second, but yeah,
What's your plan, JamJam?
you've stepped away.
He's been keeping one of the little containers of stabilized phlogiston in a tiny, effectively just another, because he knew that the ice container, the ice glass had worked before. He just has that in his pocket the whole time.
Like
And
a
now that
thermos,
Tink has
essentially?
contacted him, yeah, with ice in it, and now that Tink has contacted him, he's just making his way over to exactly where Tink, their normal, they're pretty much their normal spot for meeting up before trying to smuggle or sell or any of their missions before.
Yeah. All right. And as you're walking, you don't see Tink in the usual spot as you're walking to it, but as you're walking by, almost on the way there, he almost just slips out of an alley and just starts walking right next. The little walk and talk. So, all right. So you know what you got there, right?
JamJam still isn't quite sure. What do you think this sort of thing is worth?
Ooh. Worth now, see it? That's the thing. Everything's determined on the open market, and there ain't a lot of those being sold. So, that alone makes it kind of hard to get a bit of a angle, you might say, on it, right? But somewhere between a lot and people would kill you and everybody who descended from you to get your hands on that.
So you're saying it's worth a good amount of money?
To the right people, yes. To the wrong people, even more. To most people, they wouldn't even know what the hell that is. But the people in the know, yeah, they will. You take that to the right place, you're gonna have a bidding war on your hands. Now the question is, How much?
And where is the right place?
I know. Well, like he's like, how much are we trying to move?
Just this one for now. I figured it would make JamJam and Tink even.
Yeah, no. You cut me in on the proceeds of that. You take me with you on this sale. We are more than even, my friend.
Where is JamJam headed?
How do you feel about a casino?
JamJam like does his little like perk up waddle, and then as they continue to walk.
They'll love you at the Gabbiani. Let's go.
Oh, that's a fun way to introduce that little set piece. Perfect. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's exactly the place I would want him selling a high item like that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
okay.
It's perfect. I love it. Okay, great. So I feel like that's a good cutoff for that. The two of you just kind of continue into the distance, getting, just talking shop as, you walk off the camera like fucking, Bogey at the end of fucking
Two
Casablanca
criminals.
there. Yeah. Beginning of a beautiful partnership. All right, so we're back to the rest of the party, and now, rest of you, I'd like you all to make a perception check. Those of you who are there and shopping.
Oh, shopping. Okay.
If we're just
Currently use
if
a
we're just-
stepping stool.
if we're just browsing, we can also roll, right?
Yes. Anybody who's there with all of it. Yes, you're there.
22.
I got a 0.
Nice.
So say.
Nice.
It's a good number.
An unnatural 0.
Good number.
Yeah, so Glorp is missing the penguins for the fish.
There's fish.
But, yeah.
I got a 13.
Lev, you got kids. You've seen this misdirection bullshit before. You ain't gonna get this one over on you, not today of all days. Yeah, so JamJam was absolutely filling the cart up with fish as a distraction, and he does not appear to be here at the moment.
I send him a text. And I wait.
Anything in particular in this text? Just a where are you? Or
yeah, it's where are you with like as many language shortcuts as possible. like it's spelled wrong. It's the wrong where, and it's an R. And it's a
okay.
U.
So yes, JamJam, if you care to respond to what is very clearly boomer texting, by all means, but I have a feeling that nothing coming back is just as much of an answer from you too.
JamJam just texts back, JamJam will be back soon, and then money sign, bags of money.
Perfect.
Nice.
I love it. All right, good. I'm real excited about where this side plot's eventually gonna go. I like that a lot. All right, so the rest of you you've gotten, let's see, firearms, 14, 15. So yeah, honestly, you could have 4 for 60, all matching, ammo, well maintained, ready to go.
Cheap, effective, but probably old tech.
Yeah. It's archaic powder in a future where we've gone a little past that.
It's powder, so it's
Well, when
like
I say
flash-
powder, I mean any conventional firearms are all powder.
okay. I just
Versus
didn't know how back we were
lasers,
going.
energy weapons, magic weapons.
Yeah, I understood. I was just curious. Like, I
Yeah,
wanna
Good
be
old
packing
combustion.
I
yeah.
want to be packing a rifle.
Kinetics.
No, but there might be some worlds where that is still the technology. So
Yes, that's
Who
why I'm
knows?
making sure it's being clarified now that it's not that.
not
Okay.
black powder here, but there is
No,
gunpowder involved.
these are four matching
Got it.
firearms that you are somewhere in that Saturday night special, like Smith & Wesson Walther PPK small pistol size.
Cool. That sounds sweet.
Palm pistols.
All right, so we got that. Explosives themselves, hard to do. Explosive reagents, well, if you're willing to make a stop at a few stores and get a little creative and have a couple extra 5-gallon buckets from whatever hardware store is handy.
Thumbs
I'm
up,
sure
thumbs
you could
up,
slap
eggplant.
something together.
Yep.
So I think what Choom is trying to say with the thumbs up action is give me a number to pay and I will
pay
take
it.
my IEDs.
Great. All right, between we're talking
PVC
like
pipe, the
yeah. I mean, it's a lot of stuff.
We don't
but
have
we're
to
gonna
listen.
say
We should not describe the
you're right.
ingredients at all. We should just say that it's the things to make an improvised explosive device or two. That is what Choom is looking for. I am gathering.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One remote and one with like a pull trigger throw kind of a mechanism. So whatever
Okay.
need for those.
enough to make how many?
Ideally, I want 3 to 4 grenades
Okay.
and 2 essentially C4 is what I'm talking about, but like whatever
breaching
reachable
explosives.
explosives or like delayed
Okay.
detonator was
4 grenades and 2 remote breaching charges.
on a tiny shuttle in the middle of the vacuum space.
Well, I mean, to be delivered. It's just, we're
Yes.
in
An AirPod.
Well, it's not
in
really
possession
that.
of
It is a
Air
list of
envelope.
common household items. In addition to several Galnet links.
I imagine that
in
like
an
Lev
anonymized
is just
browser.
like, what could he possibly need this stuff for? And then just as the list goes on, he's just like,
yeah, Choom has like specific instructions, like make sure you buy these 2 things from a different store.
Yes. Yeah. You did actually put in like that kind of like structuring language, like, to throw off the trail, hopefully. But yes, I will say grenades at 10 a pop and breaching charges at 25 each.
oh fuck yeah! So that's 40 plus
Again, these
50,
are-
90. I'm gonna send.
Yeah.
I'll send 150. I'll contribute to the group.
All right.
Wire it to
I'll wire it to
Lev.
Lev
Yeah.
and give him a
I'm just
kissy
like,
face emoji.
Yeah. A single explosive should probably be about the price of a reusable firearm.
Nice. Love that.
Sounds good. All right, I like that. So everybody's more or less got what they want, and
We
I
all
think
get
that's
to the ship.
yeah. Brew had to stop at the bank.
What's happening at the bank, Brew?
None of your business.
Give us a scene for the audience.
Y'all aren't allowed.
Wow, that's really compelling
Okay.
radio, Michael.
Blurt
so-
pulls on a ski mask and drives to the bank.
So I put a mask on. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are my getaway vehicle. No, so Brew does need to go to the bank. He has money, but he doesn't have particular material use for money, as we have established the last session. But he does have money, but he wants to invest that money. So he wants to put the money into some sort of savings account or investment platform.
Yes. Some sort of celestial vault savings.
That would be
type
wonderful.
thing.
Yeah. He is savvy enough to know to save his money, but not intelligent enough to know how it works.
He's taken all 1,500 of his GP and he's just slapping it into some sort of like money market account.
Listen, if I can make
Great.
this more money than what it is already, like it only benefits all of us, right?
The hippie
Sure.
who has an investment portfolio.
All right.
Let's make a note of that.
I'm going to all right, so there is a 6-month essentially CD. So if you put it away and can't access it for 6 months, you'll get 10% on it.
That Brew likes the sound of
No,
that
There's
number.
also a 2-year bond that would get you 25%. Those are both fixed term. You can put it into market, and I will do market things with it.
Okay.
Like
Oh my
that.
God.
So
works.
Brew's gonna go gamble.
it's not gambling, it's investing.
I mean, sorry. Yes, he's invested.
Corporate says it's the same picture.
Listen, just because it's not Bitcoin. Okay, so yes, but to both of those things, but he doesn't like. Okay, so again, he's savvy enough to know he needs to save his money to make more money, but he doesn't really know how it works. So he is going to choose the higher number because that just makes sense to him. So he's going to invest in the 2-year plan at 25%.
Good.
And hoping by the time he's level 8, he can take that money.
Playing the long game over
Playing
here.
the meta game, if you will.
Someone remind us. Like
At level 8?
Remind me in so much time, right?
Editor Fran, make a note.
No, it's just 2 years of in-game time. Y'all could just decide to durdle around for an entire year, and we fast forward.
True. I could still be at level 3. Who knows?
Yeah. All right. Wonderful. So we've got all that. Everyone has done their thing. Now, are you stopping back at the Casa Concordia?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like all of us eventually have to collect all of our things, but we don't have. Me and
you know what?
That
is a great idea. So So you have two choices. You can go directly back to the Casa Concordia now, or you can go by the ship to pick up the rest of your party and then head home.
No, we go straight home first. We can get their stuff for them. They trust us.
Wonderful. All right. I think this is a good split right here. So as the party drives home, after a long day of shopping for their friends, which is really just a couple hours, and losing one of their party in the process, drives home somehow still feeling victorious.
I still haven't noticed that JamJam is missing.
Yeah, I don't think Brew notices either, to be honest.
I was gonna say, maybe at some point while Choom and I are working on the ship still, we see like some other like ship undock and then just zoom off that has Tink and JamJam on it.
Yeah. I mean, there is plenty of ships coming and going out of here, but yeah.
One of those was one of those was theirs.
JamJam and Tink are riding in style in one of the Regarios, just blasting off, in their, ultra Corinthian leather seats, sipping on Mai Tais and
Corinth is famous for its leather.
Yeah. Stupid ultra Corinth. All right.
Roll credits.
There we are. This is a good spot to end this episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast. Now, if you like us, if you like how I ramble, if you have a piece of your mind you want to give me about my storytelling structure, well, good news, we can be found on the internet. Them links nowadays, they grow on trees. So if you go to linktur.ee/haplessheroes, it'll take you to all of them now. Here's the real inside scoop, folks. We got a Discord server, and that's where you really want to go. That's where you can meet and greet, chat, and hang out with us on a daily basis. We're always there because it's what we do. We got channels about D&D. We got channels about, nerd-adjacent things, and we have channels about not nerd things at all, like our pets and our food and our sports. It's pretty great. We would love you to come join our community. It's really the best part of this podcast, aside from, the podcast. Please, come join us now.
Speaking of community, real quick, I figure we should do this now. I feel like the writing was on the wall there with our little outro there, but I know, John's going to have to be stepping away from the podcast for a bit. John is going to be hanging out in said community Discord server, I imagine. John, do you want to just say anything to the audience while you step away briefly?
I mean, not particularly. I know that all of us as players and as friends, we've had a lot of adventures, both on and off in real life and in the game, and I look forward to more in the future. And then to the fans, just thanks for sticking around. I'm sure I'll catch you all soon.
Yeah, we'll be back. JamJam will be back. We've just sent him off to go make some money while we go figure out our March situation.
Oh yeah, no, I am absolutely not wasting that good of a plot hook on somebody who isn't coming back. So yeah, he's coming back. Don't worry about it, folks.
There you go, extortion caught on tape.
There you go. You have no choice now, John.
I want the audience to know where we're coming from on this.
Yeah, sure.
You have no choice, John. What else can they do if they really, really like us, Dave?
Well, you know, maybe you like us enough that you got something to say. Well, if you really like us, leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. We're on the podcast service of your choice. And if we're not, well, then we also have a really cool channel in that Discord that I just talked about called 5 Stars. You'll see it. It's got 5 stars right at the front of it. Can't miss it. You know, if you want to, speak your piece in there, by all means. Either way, leave us a rating. Hopefully it's a good one. That helps us, gain visibility with the sort of people who, like you, who would like us. But regardless, we're going to find it. We're going to read it. We're going to read it out loud on the air to recognize you as the 5-star human being that you are. Now, let's say you really like us. Well, back at that tree of links there's another one that goes to our Patreon, patreon.com/haplessheroes. We had a few little reward tiers, like a 1, 5, 10, something like that in there. And really it's just a way for, our community to help contribute to what we're doing here and keep this a, ad-free entertainment for you guys. Everything we get on there, we just reinvest right back into the show. It's all going into hosting. It's going into, improving our equipment so that we can sound better and better. All of those things. And really that's what it is. And we're so thankful for our community that you've been able to help us keep doing this for, years now.
We're going on 8 now. We're going on 8.
We're going on our 8th birthday.
Oh
here,
my
guys.
God.
And
Yep.
audience, it's all because of you.
It's crazy.
So thank you so much to all of our patrons from the bottom of our heart. And if you feel generous enough like that and want to, contribute, please, we would thank you so much.
It's there. Yeah. Thank you.
But maybe you just want Dave to shut up. Well, I got that for you too by outroing my cast. And I'm going to start over here to my left with Choom de Loom, as played by 7.
It's times like these where I get really emotional. Percy, remind me to tell Lev and Brew and Glorp and especially JamJam how much they mean to me.
To his left, we have Glorp Glup Glup, played by Nicole.
We're pretty sure this adventure is going to take, like 5, maybe 6 hours?
To her left, we have Runner Brew Blitzboar, played by Mike.
Go into the bank and we're gonna save money.
To his left, we have Lev Zangief, played by Lou.
5 or 6 hours. That's all you prepared for?
Skipping over 2 spots to his left, we have Percival Flathest, played by Francesco.
Choom. Sure, I'll remind you.
And last but not least, John, JamJam, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Until next time.
Yes.
Oh,
Chest
GG's.
kiss.
It's perfect. And my name is Dave. I've been your host and Dungeon Master. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll see you next week as we're blasting off into space, folks. Bye-bye now.
Once again.
Ah.
Bye-bye.
Only for a few hours, right?